Hey, good morning. So the other day, I see this post asking, how do you feel about Janelle Monet playing Storm? And I'm like, no, I don't want her to play Storm. And this is no shade to Janelle Monet, because she's a very talented actress and a super accomplished musician in her own right. She's fantastic. I just don't want to see her play Storm, and I have three reasons why. Reason number three, reason number two, and the number one reason I don't want her to play Storm, there's already a Marvel character tailor-made for her and possibly one of her homeboys. I'm talking about Shard and her brother Lucas. Now, Shard and Lucas Bishop were born 80 some odd years in an alternate future during the Age of Apocalypse, and they were raised by their grandmother, Storm, allegedly. And she would tell them all the stories of the glory days of the X-Men. But you see, the X-Men were betrayed by one of their own, and the consequences of that was every mutant was branded with an M on their face. And after a while, their grandmother died, and Shard and Lucas Bishop took to the streets. And since Lucas was the older brother, he did his best to protect his younger sister, and she did her best to protect her older brother. And in the course of time, they were approached by the Xavier security enforcers. It's kind of like their future version of the X-Men, but not quite. And they were asked to join, and they did. And they excelled at it, so much so they became leaders of the group. Now fast forward a little bit, and Shard becomes involved with this dude named Trevor Fitzroy. She falls in love, but he has other plans, and he eventually turns her into a monster that absorbs the powers of other mutants to survive. And Bishop, being the older brother, did everything he could to protect his sister, ultimately killing her and turning her into a hologram that exists on his wrist. Now, he was able to do this because of her mutant abilities. Now, Shard has the ability to exist as a being of pure light, photons if she wanted to. She also possesses the ability of holographic intangibility, where she can exist as a hologram. She can also take ambient light and turn it into hard constructs, like a concussive blast that she would shoot from her hands. She called it her light force blast. She could then refine that blast to a small point and use it and shoot it as a laser from the tips of her fingers. Not only that, but she can take the ambient light around her, wrap herself in it, and exist as her own flashlight if necessary. Shard is a bad girl. And like his sister, Lucas Bishop also possesses the ability of energy absorption. Except when he absorbs energy, he can re-emit it up to 150 times greater than the energy he absorbed. And in an attempt to avenge his sister, he followed Fitzroy into a time portal and got trapped in our present day with the X-Men. And in the X-Mansion, he uploaded his sister Shard to every holographic projection in the X-Mansion, where she could live and exist with the rest of us. And who would I like to see play Shard's brother Bishop? None other than Janelle Monet's homeboy, Method Man. Can you see it? That's why I didn't want Janelle Monet to play Storm. I would rather see her play a being of pure light with her homeboy Method Man and watch them just do what they do best. I'm excited. I can't wait to see this.